Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm the Reluctant Chef, Sue Moulton, your pampered chef consultant, and today I am going to make a new recipe. I put on my VIP group, how many of you guys like to try something new? And quite a few of you said yes, so here we go. We are going to make cauliflower steaks in the oven, and then I'm going to make French fries in the air fryer, and I'm going to do my burgers on the stove. So we're going to cook up some dinner tonight, and I thought I would do it live with you guys, show you what's going on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our 1 cup prep bowl, and I'm going to cut the ends off of my garlic. I always do this ever since I got arthritis in my thumbs because it gives it, if you take the little end where it attaches with the whole clove, the whole bulb of garlic, it makes it easier to squish. So I still leave the skin on it, but I put it in with the edges cut off, and it just makes it so much easier to just look at that, just squish right out. Then I'm going to take I call it the Barbie hairbrush. This is the replacement part that you can order. I'm going to scrape off that garlic. I'm going to take the skin that flicks out on the top and just drop it so I don't smell like garlic, and put the next one in. Oh, look at that. The skin just fell off of that one. And then I'm going to squish the second clove of garlic in here. And again, I'm going to take the little scraper, scrape the garlic off, open the hopper. If there's any skin on that, you can flick it. If the skin's stuck in the bottom, there's a hook on the other side of the Barbie hairbrush. And then it has the perfect lining up to do the cleaning of your garlic press before you put it in the sink. So I'm going to get the last couple pieces of garlic out. Ta-da! And oh, by the way, the place to keep your little Barbie hairbrush is right here. There's a little spot right on the back. Now we're going to take some olive oil. Use olive or avocado oil when you are cooking, or you can use coconut oil, but it depends on what you're making. You might not want it to flavor coconut oil. And the reason you do that is those are anti-inflammatory oils. You don't want to be using vegetable oil or corn oil if you can get away with not using it. Those are not good for your endocrinology, your hormones, not good for your inflammation, not good for your gut flora. It's really not good for you. Okay, we're going to try some chickpeas. So this is a Susie substitute, so I'm trying something new. I'm going to use a smooth edge can opener on the top of the can. I always tell my customers, remember, the helicopter flies on the top. So spin it around until you hear the click or until it gets easy to spin, and you'll know that you've made it around the can. I'm almost there. There we go. And then you go back half a turn to make it let go. There's a little bird beak on one side and a little handle on the other. So you line the bird beak and then you lift. And why do y'all need a smooth edge can opener? Because I can run my finger across here. I can use a scraper inside, and I'm not going to cut my spatula. And my kids who have had, my poor son, Seth, had 6 stitches on the bottom of his foot because he jumped over a trash can and landed on a trash bag and landed on a tuna lid. So we're going to use a small colander in the sink, and I'm going to drain these quickly and give them a quick 1-2 rinse, because we don't want all that starch still left on them. So we're going to give them a little rub through here. Perfect. I'm going to let that drain actually in the sink while I'm cutting up my cauliflower. Now we're going to use a new rub just out March 1st, 2024. It's the new chimichurri rub, and we're going to put a good heaping tablespoon in with our olive oil and our garlic. And we're going to blend that all together. You're going to have to order more of this. I've already been using a lot of it. And I'm going to actually use my chef's knife for my cauliflower, which is a little bit bigger. And we'll put all of this into the compost. Let's see, chef's knife. Now, we're going to talk about knives for a quick second, because a hot second is what I would say. Because everybody needs a good knife and a good pan. And you want to hone your knives about once or twice a week when you're using them regularly. And honing just brings your knife back into balance. When you use your knife, it bends in one direction or another, or it gets these little barbs on it. So those barbs will fall off if you don't hone it, and it'll end up with little pieces of metal in your food, which we don't want, right? So that's called shaling. I'm like, where's my cauliflower? That's called shaling, and your knives will do that if you don't hone them. And if you've ever had a knife and it looks like your kid took it out and was like chopping a tree with it, what is happening is your knife needs to be honed desperately because it is shaling. It is coming off. So we are going to take my cauliflower, which I probably should have used a week ago, but you know, when you have all these vegetables, it's hard to decide what you're going to use. So we'll put all this in compost and do a quick rinse. I'm going to take a whole big bag of compost out today. Let me just take off a couple of the brown spots before we wash it. And then I'm going to cut it. Now, I don't know how many of you guys like cauliflower. I grew up, my mother used to put cauliflower in the microwave, and she did a lot of cooking in the microwave. And she would just simply put butter on it. Oh, this little clove is not looking very good. There we go. She would just slather butter on it and put a piece of wax paper over it, and that was it. It was easy peasy, and I loved it. I would devour that. Let me get to my compost here. Okay, so now we're going to take our cauliflower and we're going to cut it into steaks. So we're going to cut it in half first, and then we're going to cut these into cauliflower steaks. One steak fell apart. They're going to be small steaks. There we go. So you want to keep the base with it. That's what keeps the steaks looking like a steak. All right. Now we are going to put our steaks on our pan here, and we're going to baste them with our rub, our chimichurri rub. So garlic, olive oil, and chimichurri rub. We're just going to slather that on. And we're going to bake this at 350, I think it's 350, I'll have to look it up, and I'll put the context below, for about 20 minutes. And I already have something in the oven, and I'm going to be starting my French fries in the air fryer, so hopefully, if I've timed this all correctly, it's all going to be done at the same time. Should be great. I think I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this. How many of you guys have an air fryer? Have you guys done anything other than French fries and wings in your air fryer? If not, stay tuned, because we're going to be doing salmon on Wednesday in our air fryer, and baked potatoes. You know, you can bake, you can roast, you can rotisserie, you can dehydrate. I mean, literally, the air fryer can do it all. And it doesn't take as long for your air fryer to heat up and cook as it does when you are doing a oven. So in the summertime, when you do not want to heat your house and your air conditioning is running, you want to be using your air fryer for sure. Ooh, this looks good. And because this is not a meat, I'm able to save this chimichurri sauce, and I'll be able to put a little bit of this on the burgers and on steak. So we're going to do that. Look at that. I will give you guys some other really healthy recipes as we are cooking and creating them. There we go. Chimichurri, cauliflower. Done and ready to go in the oven. By the way, I'm baking chocolate banana bread in the oven right now, so not quite as healthy as this. But all things in moderation, isn't that what they say? So I'll stick this in the oven. I will take pictures of what it looks like when it comes out. Thanks for watching The Reluctant Chef. Half sheet pan. This is called the half sheet pan. We have modular sets that will fit in here as well. I have some that will go into the air fryer. If you have questions about any of the products, just send me a message, and I'd be happy to show you recipes and products, as well as demos of what I've already done with the tools that we have. Again, thanks for watching The Reluctant Chef. I really appreciate your support, everybody. Make sure you comment below if you're watching this as a replay.